Welcome to an Achieving Science video. This video is all about alkenes. As you can see in the image, you can see that this alkene is made up of carbon and hydrogen. That makes it a hydrocarbon. As you can see from the diagram, it also contains this bond here in the centre, a double carbon-carbon bond. This means that there are two bonds between these two carbon atoms. Carbon always forms four bonds, and as you can see, it's formed one here with hydrogen, another here with another hydrogen, and two here with another carbon atom. This makes it an alkene. Now this double carbon-carbon bond is very, very important because this makes alkenes very reactive, much more reactive than alkanes, all due to the presence of the carbon-carbon double bond. We say that it is unsaturated because, as we've seen with an alkanes, it could actually consist of more hydrogens. There could be two more hydrogens attached to these two carbons. Therefore, it's not fully saturated. It is given the general formula of CnH2n, where the letter N is replaced by the number of carbons. So in this diagram, we can see there are two carbons, so we replace the N with 2. So the formula for this would be C2H4, where 2 times by 2 gives me 4, meaning that the hydrogens is 4, double the amount of how many carbon atoms there are. Let's now look at naming them. We take the first one, ethene. Ethene contains two carbons. There is no such thing as methene because there cannot be a double carbon-carbon bond when there is only one carbon. So we always start off, this is the simplest alkene. Another way to remember it is that alkenes always have two E's in their names, and therefore that just kind of links that there are two things, so two bonds between the carbon. If we now add another carbon, we'll have propene. As you can see, it still contains the double bond here. Everywhere else there are only single bonds, so there are only single bonds with the next carbon. Here, there is always just one double bond within all of the ones that you need to study for your GCSE. The next one is butene. Again, this consists of 4 carbons in a chain with a double bond with one of the carbons. Everything else is a single bond. Pentene. Pent means 5. Think of a pentagon in maths. So this consists of 5 carbons in a chain with one double bond between 2 carbons, everything else being a single bond. So let's have a look at the properties then. As we said, alkenes are very reactive because they consist of that double carbon-carbon bond. This means and allows them to form polymers. So you're looking at the videos at polymerization reactions, where we use these alkenes to produce polymers. If we react these with excess oxygen, they would produce carbon dioxide and water. Well, they only consist of carbon and hydrogen, and so when carbon reacts with oxygen, it forms carbon dioxide. And when hydrogen reacts with oxygen, it forms water. So that makes sense. In air, though, they can undergo a process called incomplete combustion. This means that not all of the carbon joins with 2 oxygen atoms, and instead it produces carbon monoxide, where mono means 1. This produces a yellow smoky flame, produces less energy as well. So we can see that the alkene here reacts with oxygen, produces carbon dioxide, water, and this carbon monoxide, which is a poisonous gas. Well, how do we know if we've got an alkene or an alkane? It's difficult, because we can't necessarily look at the structure. We need to do a test instead. We use bromine water. Bromine water is orange in colour. When we react it with an alkene, the bromine water turns colourless. When we react it with an alkane, though, there is no reaction. It therefore remains orange. So bromine water is used to identify if we have an alkane or an alkene.